Hi guys, in CWQ here. The date is 2/16/2024. The time is 8:33 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And boy, do I have some news for you regarding Antarctica. Well, Iran is claiming Antarctica, and they're claiming that they have property rights to Antarctica, and they're planning to build a Navy base there. Um, they're stating they announced in September last year that the country owned Antarctica and would build a military operation there. They state they have property rights in the South Pole. They plan to raise their flag there and carry out military and scientific work. And that's coming from Iranian Navy Commander Rear Admiral Shahram Harani. Um, they said that the claims of Antarctica ownership destabilized the Antarctic Treaty of 1959, and they announced in September broadcast that the ownership endangered the South Pole's continent's exclusivity and world security. They said we have plans to raise our flag there and carry out military and scientific work. The recent announcement extends equal depths of danger for the international community. As expected, this unprecedented claim of Iran's ownership of Antarctica is a pronounced threat to the Antarctic Treaty of 1959, signed by 12 original consultative nations. The treaty recognizes that Antarctica shall be exclusively used for peaceful and scientific purposes. However, Iran's threats sought to shatter the landmark decision that once brought about international unity and cooperation following an Iranian-backed militia attack that led to the murder of 3 U.S. soldiers in Jordan last month. The U.S. State Department has responded to the prospect of an Iranian military base in Antarctica. Um, The State Department was questioned about a recent unloading of $6 billion of Iranian assets in Qatar and how it possibly could be used to set up a military base at the South Pole. A spokesperson came out with a firm response to no, referring to Iran's funds in Qatar. They ensured that those funds can only be used to purchase humanitarian goods, meaning food, medicine, medical devices, and agricultural products. Now let's take a look at this. This is Antarctica down here off of South America. And South America is, of course, off the United States here. And we go all the way over here to find Iran. Now let's find Iran. Iran is all the way over here. This is Iran. So, how can Iran claim ownership of Antarctica? Um, it's just way too far away for them to be claiming Antarctica is theirs. Just something doesn't make sense here, and it's very smelly. Iran's supposed property rights in the South Pole have been scrutinized by critics. Not only does the potential military base imaginary breach the firmly held Antarctic Treaty, but it also raises international security concerns. While Iran claims of its Antarctic ambitions pose a challenge to Biden's administration, they severely seek to alter the geography of the icy world secured as a national reserve so far, in turn extending a perilous threat promoting their well-established trend of aggression across the globe. Seeing if we have any more news that will be interesting here. Um, This comes from Pakistan Today. The announcement made on televised broadcast last fall emphasized Iran's intention to raise its flag and conduct both military and scientific activities in the region. We have property rights in the South Pole. We have a plan to raise our flag there and carry out military and scientific work, said Iranian Navy Commander Rear Admiral Shahram Irani in late September. The declaration has sparked concerns, especially in the context of recent Iranian-backed militias actions that resulted in the death of 3 U.S. soldiers in Jordan. Questions arose as to whether the unfreezing of the $6 billion in Iranian funds by the U.S. could potentially be used to establish a base in Antarctica. However, a U.S. State Department spokesperson clarified that these funds are strictly earmarked for humanitarian good and cannot be utilized for activities in Antarctica. Despite growing tension globally, including the Iran-backed Hamas massacre in southern Israel, the Biden administration released $6 billion in sanctions relief. Iran President Ibrahim Raisi challenged the restriction on fund usage, asserting the regime's prerogative to allocate funds as needed. The potential expansion of Iran's military presence into Antarctica raises concerns about violations of multilateral conventions. Yanoa Jeremy Bobb, a military and intelligence analyst, emphasized the risk associated with Iran's aggressive actions, urging the U.S. and its allies to take the nuclear threat more seriously. While Iran's naval ambitions extend beyond the Middle East, with previous reports indicating plans for military presence in the Panama Canal, the international community remains vigilant. The intricacies of claiming an interest in Antarctica, as highlighted by experts, raise questions about the recognition of such endeavors under existing treaties. As tensions escalate, global powers closely monitor Iran's actions and their potential implications for international stability. Well, most of Antarctica is used for scientific research. And as far as I know, there's no military presence in Antarctica due to the treaty that was signed. This is international land um, for international purposes of research, and it has been kept as a natural preserve. So we'll see what happens. We just have to keep an eye on this as you've got another country stepping in and trying to claim that they own all of Antarctica. This could get very interesting. Anyways, you guys, have a great day wherever you are. If you'd like to support my channel, links are below the video. Anyways, you guys, much love.